There's some teams I will predict. I won't give a draw. I will even give a win.
Yeah.
Burnley is one of them. Burnley and Wolves.
There's nothing to play for if you ask me, man. The Champions League is already cooked. Do they need to go to Europe in order to make sure that their investors are happy so he doesn't lose his job? Yes, but Fulham is not that kind of team where you can say that, oh, we're going to walk into this and win.
Never lost for one slot. Do you think he survives till next season? All right.
I think that they will keep him, but he's not going to be their coach beginning of the season.
I'll counter that to say, I think he will be the coach next season. Here are my reasons. Venture capitalists, they're investors.
I gotta hear.
Most times they're not short-term investors. The buying of Isaac, who else did they buy? Basically,
Lionel.
I'm sorry?
I said Verts, Ekitike, Diego, Lionel.
I don't think those guys were bought for instant success. Now, if it happened, cool. If it did not happen, I think they had a plan. This is where I make the case. Once Salah announced he was leaving, I knew Slot won. And then they were going to back Black Slot.
Yeah.
Once that announcement came out, I just knew. Because at the end of the day, and that's why Slot was able to bench Salah today and not even bring him on, even though he needed to go. Because he knew he had the backing of the bosses. Yeah, so I don't think Slot is going anywhere.
The main fixture, the big fixture this weekend is Chelsea versus Manchester United. Man City come down to London. Chelsea, last time out, game week 31, you guys had a 3-0 loss on reply to Everton.
Okay. I thought you were talking about Man City. I was like, when do we do? Keep going.
The league actually resumes on Friday this week, and first up is West Ham against Wolves. So it's bottom versus bottom, 20th versus 18th. Right. And I'll start with you, Charles. What's your prediction for this game?
Man, I don't know. These guys they can be very confusing sometimes. Like they'll play a game and they'll play like their lives depend on it, which he kind of does at the moment because they're trying to fight for relegation. And then on that game, they're just like lackluster and just chilling. So I don't know what to read, but I think because of the Nuno factor, I would give it to West Ham just because. And also, I know Wolves deep down, they all know they're already relegated. I don't know what they're fighting. They know they've been relegated since like week 7 or so. So they know they're relegated. So for that reason alone, West Ham still has a fighting chance. Wolves does not. I'll give it to West Ham.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Arsenal start us off on Saturday against Bournemouth.
Oof. Man, the draw kings, man, of Bournemouth, man. The ones that can play but yet still end up in draws, man, and all. It's an early game.
Like you didn't forget that over your holiday.
I didn't forget that, man. Man, but at the same time, like Arsenal is basically vying for the league at this time, man. And this is basically time to put up or shut up, man. And all. Bournemouth, they're a formidable team. Yes, they will. And then now we know that they can keep you to a low-scoring game, and basically they will score you 1 goal, and then that will basically be it. So Arsenal needs to basically score 2 or more in order to actually come up tops in this specific game and all that. In as much as they have some injuries and all, I still believe that Arsenal can still pull it off. Kai Havertz has been coming off the bench and been doing some great and amazing things. Gyökeres has just been playing lights out, in as much as the goals haven't really been falling. And then obviously Madueke on the right side too has been doing well. But we know now this is the time. You have to do it. This is a good game. This is a big game. It might end up 1-1. But I'm backing Arsenal to say, Arsenal, this is your day to shine. Shine. Oh man, Man City is coming, man. Man City is coming. So
shine on the league is mine.
Yeah, shine on the league.
What's your prediction then?
2-1 Arsenal. 2-1
Arsenal. Okay. All right, I'll take it. All right, Brentford, Everton. I'll take this one. I'm gonna go with a draw. Just simply because both teams, Everton have been doing really well under Moyes. Brentford as well have shocked us, and they're up there vying for a Euro. I'm gonna go ahead and just say this will be a draw, and both teams will balance each other out.
Fair.
All right, Liverpool, Fulham.
Oh man, this is a big one, man. I mean, I've watched Liverpool play so many times in the last couple of weeks, even today as well. I was very interested in their performance in Champions League. Unfortunately, they met a juggernaut in PSG that basically, that's what they do. They play those kinds of games. But against Fulham, right? Fulham has been doing amazing as well. I think that was one loss, one draw, and then their last outing against Burnley, they went up 3-1. On the side of Liverpool, they basically lost that game against Brighton 2-1, and then Wolves, and then they drew with Tottenham themselves. Is this the time for them to basically play? I know Slot has basically been under the microscope for quite some time now. Do I feel like if this is a game in which he can separate himself? So it's either going to be a draw, and if they don't play Mo Salah because they basically missed him out there in the wing, man, Fulham is basically going to take this one 2-1, if you ask me.
Wow. Next season, if this happens again, then because the thing is, just won the league. They're the defending champions right now.
Yeah.
As we're talking right now, they're still in Champions League. As I'm speaking right now, they are fifth on the table. They're still in Champions League position. So how bad is it really doing? Yeah, it's probably going to go trophyless. But if it makes it to Champions League, they're fine. So the point is, I don't think it's as bad as people are making it seem. It seems that way because one, they just won the league. Two, they spent a lot of money. But most investors don't.
$500 million.
Short term. I'm sorry?
I said $500 million, but
$500 million, yeah. So the point is, the moment Salah announced he was leaving, I think Slot just got out his way. And I think Slot's going to be their manager next season. Now, at the end of next season, how next season ends will determine if he's going to go further or not.
I know.
Interesting. Okay, so Slot stays. All right. Back to the predictions. All right. Crystal Palace against Newcastle. Oh man, this is going to be another tough one.
I think
Crystal Palace struggled for a bit there with all the speculation about Glasner leaving. Newcastle too seem to have been struggling, and they seem to have found some form. I'm gonna go ahead on a limb and just call this one and say Crystal Palace will take it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna call a win for Crystal Palace. I think at this point, Newcastle, I think, are feeling a bit defeated inside of themselves, which is weird to say. Like they're a team that over the past few seasons where they have been fighting for Champions League places, then they were in the Champions League this season. They're out now. But when it comes to the league, I feel like they try and then they're like, oh, it's not working. We're not where we should be, and they just kind of give up and improve.
Give up, yeah.
They struggle with the injuries as well, to be fair, but I'm gonna go ahead and give this one to Crystal Palace.
Okay.
Charles, Forest against Villa.
This is where I want to combine what I want and what's to happen. My desire versus my prediction.
Yeah.
But I think Villa are balling.
Yeah.
I also think Villa right now, Emery being who he is with the history he has in the Europa League, are way more focused on the Europa League. That's okay. Yes, because they know win that trophy. It doesn't matter where you end in the league, like Spurs showed us last season. Because you could be 17th. I mean, it matters about relegation, but you could be 17, 16, 15, win that trophy, Europa League, and you're top of the world. So I think that's where Unai Emery's focus is going to be, and I think for that reason this will be a draw. Because Nottingham Forest, if you can show me the table real quick, they are still kind of close to relegation, right?
I don't think so. No.
You don't think so? So they're not anything to fight for?
No. Forest they're 16th. Actually, yeah, you're right. They're close.
Exactly. If they lose this game and Spurs wins, Spurs goes above them. So Nottingham Forest have something to fight for, and for that reason, it's going to be a big fight. So I expect I'm gonna call it a draw for this game. No, so it's a big fight, but Aston Villa is not just going to take the punches. They're still going to fight back. But I think because their mind is going to be focused on Europa, and they might not even start their best players. Honestly, I think
they play on Thursday. Then they have this game 3 days later, and then they're going to play in the second leg of the Europa League again. So
exactly.
Right.
So they do need to focus more on Europa, because win those games, win that trophy, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a draw for that game.
That's not
okay. All right. Sunderland, Tottenham.
Man, my Cinderella story in Sunderland, man. Like, I can't believe it. They came out of the championship, and then they're basically 11th on the EPL table. I just saw that too as well. But they basically been doing what they're supposed to do. They remind me of the Evertons, the Bournemouth, and all of the past. People who basically win the games that you're supposed to win, draw the ones that you're supposed to draw, and maybe lose the games that you're supposed to lose, and then you'll be safe. At least that mid-table team and all. Tottenham, man, we know inclusion of a new coach and all can basically help you with your trajectory at any time in the season. Change of culture, change of strategy, as well as that new look into some of the things in which you were doing in the past. De Zerbi is not a slouch. He left, he took Brighton and Algoven, made sure that they were at least a good mid-table team, went to France. Unfortunately, to be able to face the juggernaut of a team in PSG is hard, but we basically saw the pedigree of the players he basically utilized in in France, and then now with him coming in Marseille, and then now with him coming into this Tottenham team, it could be almost the same thing. Tottenham has been plagued with a lot of injuries, so he doesn't have a lot of talent to basically work with. But can that basically help them move up in the league? Man, they're meeting Sunderland. If they win this game, this basically changes it, because Sunderland is not just a walkover team. Even if it's one goal, watch Richarlison now basically playing lights out. I used to watch Marseille in France. They had this guy they used to play on the left. I think it was Neves or so. Brilliant Brazilian dude.
Igor Paixão?
Eh?
Igor Paixão.
Yeah, dude, we basically played lights out for this guy. And then now think about it. All I just want to see is, okay, really, how do you position this team to succeed? Is everything going to be in their favor to basically win this game? Hell yeah. So that's why I'm giving it to Tottenham. I don't want to ramble so much about this. I'm just saying they have everything in their favor. And if he wins this, man, they might end up in 11th position by the end of the season. But they got to play one game.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What exactly is Spurs' problem?
Injuries this year.
No. Injuries are a short-term problem. Yeah. But they did have injuries last season when they ended up in 17th. The downward spiral has been happening for a couple of years. If you've been watching them, what exactly? And me, I used to think it was their former boss, the former Levy, Daniel Levy. I thought Daniel Levy was the issue, but Levy is gone.
Yeah.
So what exactly is Spurs' problem?
Maybe it was Levy who was keeping them up there.
True.
Yeah.
but you know, when you change coaches like that, right? Most especially the way Tottenham has done it, right? I think that even after Pochettino and all, we haven't really gotten any stable.
They got Mourinho and Conte, guys. They had Mourinho and Conte.
I mean, but to have Mourinho and Conte, you need like people in the leadership that are bought into their specific visions. When he went to Chelsea, we understood the thing, as well as Mourinho. When both of those coaches went to your club, Chelsea, they had an owner that was going to back them for, hey, if you're going to play 3-5 whatever, 5-3 whatever, if you say you want Cavallo and this person in the back, we are going to give you everything you want. But now you went into a Tottenham team, you go into a Man U team, and you're like, we don't have money for all these bright ideas, man. You got to play whatever you have.
But Spurs do have money, though.
But did they spend with those two specific coaches? No, they didn't. They were like, work with what you have. And then they didn't really, Mourinho wants a specific type of player. Same as Conte. They want a specific to play in that specific system. And if you can't give them those, work with whatever you have, work with. And don't forget, Tottenham built that new stadium. They've been trying their best possible to recoup that. So to say that they spend $250 million, $500 million like Liverpool, they would do that.
But the thing is, I don't even know if I want to talk about money for them, because they have the talent. I look at their players and I'm like, it's like a head scratcher realizing where they are in the table. They have talent. They bought talent. Now maybe cheap talent, but they've bought talent in the past couple of summers. No, as of right now, the Tottenham now they have injuries, I know, but the team, the players they have are solid players in most positions. I mean, these are players that if they get relegated now, the likes of Man U, City will become the Van der Veens, the Romeros, Richarlison, and who's the Ghanaian guy on the wing is my biggest guy. Kudus, and then there's the one that's always getting injured. Madison,
Kudus has been injured for a while.
Yeah. I know. But the point I'm trying to make is these guys have the players. Even when these players were injured, they still have issues. So I don't think injury is the issue. I think there's so much more going on.
Oh, man. let's see. De Zerbi can do a good job because he did so, and we go against the wire for players that he wants and all that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping.
Yeah, and the other thing with De Zerbi is just like Brighton, right? Brighton had this way of pulling out players that you've never heard of before, and they'll just absolutely ball out once they're in. Yep. And I think he might be able to bring that to Tottenham to, at least in the short term, help them find players either in the academy or even with the existing players that are fit, help them find a structure to get results that keeps them in the league. So
I also think De Zerbi coming at this point is actually quite interesting. I think he's in a position of work what you have. I mean, there's no transfer right now, and I think he has a decent squad to work with, barring the injuries. But I'll ask one question, just one question. Do you guys think Spurs makes it?
I think they will. I
think so too.
Yeah.
Just because of that change.
I wouldn't care if they really get it. It would be fun for me as an Arsenal fan. To feel like you guys are not even in our league.
Same here.
It's not even mind the gap anymore. It's mind the league.
Exactly.
But
you think they're gonna make it?
I think so, man. It feels like that Sam Allardyce change that always happened at this time of the year for a couple of years.
Bring us in because of De Zerbi, right? Because of De Zerbi.
Yeah, just because of that, coach. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'll take both of you guys' prediction of Chelsea versus Man City. I'll start with you, Charles.
When I'm torn between desire and prediction, usually go for it.
Good, bro. Yeah. That's why I said 2-2.
Yeah. Not gonna work.
You wish.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, 2-1. Man City is gonna pull this off. Chelsea is gonna score. If they don't keep it close, it's probably gonna increase like 3 or so.
We'll face you next, and the rod to be upon you.
I want to be there. For that game.
That Man U game.
Live.
That one, I won't be doing with my desire and my prediction. No, we are beating you guys.
Is Caicedo available for this game against City?
Yeah. Eight. Everyone, even Enzo will be back against Man U. So Caicedo is available for this game. So it's probably going to be Caicedo Lavia in the midfield.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, defense, right? You guys, I don't know. Caicedo seems to not be at his best since Maresca left. It was like Maresca gave him the freedom to run that midfield. It was your
only
best.
One person as good at his best is Maresca left.
James. Rhys James too, I think.
Rhys James. How many games has he played?
Yeah.
João Pedro has been the man since Maresca left.
Did you see Maresca's post, man, during the break? I was like, everybody.
Yeah, I saw that.
So what did he say?
He just posted.
Oh.
He said a lot of things. Basically saying he's glad he's out.
Yeah, he was happy. He was with his family, chilling.
Yeah. He was on the beach. That was the summary. He's glad he's out. And Rescali, I'm happy for him, honestly, because employers need to understand that people are replaceable, but you don't just kick them out because they are replaceable. Because you may spend 5 years, 10 years replacing them, or you may never even replace them because you don't know how to pick up replacements.
Sure.
I mean, obviously they don't. That's why we're where we are right now, but we'll see.
I don't see Chelsea winning this game. I think possibly a draw at best.
I didn't know you're going to predict also.
I'm predicting today, so I figured I might as well do it. Anyway, so we'll see. Man U leads. I'll give this one to Charles. What's your prediction?
Manchester United.
Show us love.
Which love? I don't even know if I have beef for mine. I don't have, because honestly, you guys have been in pain for so long. You deserve
continue.
But the problem is you guys are in the spot where we want to be. Yeah. But if you win this game, then you can come down against us. So you're gonna win this game, then lose against us. That's agree.
Okay. That game's gonna win.
Man U win. I mean, Man U, you guys are falling. Man U win. And I also want Bruno to beat KDB's and Thierry Henry's assist numbers. So I'm going to be rooting for Man U when you're not playing Chelsea.